everybody. So we have a function notation puzzler. So we're going to be using this graph to explain what this notation means. So let's look at the first one. We have f of 1 equals 6. Whenever you see this notation, f parentheses x, you read it as f of x, which stands for it's a function using the value x. So a function of the value 1 gives you 6. So it's kind of like we're plugging something into an equation and we're getting an answer of 6. Normally we plug in x values into equations, so f of 1 equals 6. When x equals 1, if we follow it up, it hits this function, which is what this line is, f of x, at y equals 6. So f of 1 equals 6 is basically saying f of x means the y value, or what is the answer of the problem. So f of 1 gives you 6. Look at the next one. F of 3 gives you 12. Well, here's 3. Go all the way up to the function line and go all the way over, and we get 12. F of 4 is 24. Let's see. All the way up. And indeed, we get 24. So this is kind of like a puzzle where we're plugging something in and getting an answer out of it. Can you find the missing blanks? Sure we can. What is the y value when x equals 2? Well, up from 2, it looks just like how 3 was. It's going to be 12. F of 3.5. That's in between 3 and 4. Going to go up all the way till we hit our function. Looks like it's about right there, all the way across, and it hits 18. So now it's flip-flopping it. It's saying, what is the x value when our y value is 3? So we're going to backwards it. So we're going to go from our y value of 3, hit the function, work our way down. That looks like it's at 1.5. So when x is 1.5, our y value is going to be 3. Let's try this one. What x value gives you a y value of 9? Well, the y value of 9 is right here. It's about right there. We drop it down. Looks about 1.5. And so there's this page. That was on page 17 in our notebook. Let's go on to page 18, what we glued in today in class. So this is on page 18, evaluating functions. Every ordered pair in a function is in the form x comma f of x, which we're used to seeing x comma y. Actually, this is exactly what this is. But instead of y, we're going to now call it f of x, the function using x, or the solution when you plug in x to a function. So in this case, the graph of the function y equals fx is shown. So we have this beautiful graph. Let's try to evaluate some values. I want you to evaluate f of 5, meaning what happens to the y value when x equals 5. We're going to go f of 5, f of 4, f of 0, actually, let's do f of negative 4. So when x equals 5, what is the y value? Let's see. at 5, it's right here. Looks like it's 5, 0. F of negative 4. F of 0. So when we're at the x value of 0, find where it hits the y-axis, which is right here. Looks like it's at negative 3. Pause the video and see if you can do the rest on your own, and then press play to see if you got them right. How'd you do? Did you get them right? Hopefully. So we should be able to go in and out of function notation, thinking of this as what are we plugging into the x value to get a y value. Keeping in mind that whenever we say f of x, that is our y value, but the x inside of the parentheses is our x value. Let's just make a little note to ourselves. What is inside of the parentheses is our x value. All right, short video. Bye guys, see you tomorrow.